Okay, good afternoon everyone. So, by the way, I am recording this video conference for us to be able to save this to our groups. By the way, we are 8 in this session, including me. So, I just like to, okay, whenever I call your name, please say hi. You can unmute your microphone. Then just say hi. Let's start with the Niza Lim. Can you say hi to everyone? Okay, let me unmute again Niza. Denisa, can you unmute yourself and say hi? Hello? Hello, Denisa. Can you hear me? Let's proceed to James. James, is it Jesimeco or Hesemeco Tabilo? Hello, James. Can you unmute your mic? James, can you unmute your mic so that I can hear you, so that everyone also can hear you. So technically, this is our first meeting as a class. Hello, hello, James. How do you pronounce your second name? Hello, hello, James. So we also have Jerwin Sean Rosiana. Can you
Yes,
say
sir.
hi? Oh, hi.
Hi, sir.
Hello.
Sir.
So say hi to your classmates.
Hi, classmates. Sa inyo lahat.
Sige. Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's move on to, is it Clint or Klein? John Olandria.
Glenn, Sir Glenn.
How do you pronounce your first name?
Glenn.
Clint?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Clint John Olandria. You have Mary Grace Malan. Say hi, Mary Grace.
Good afternoon.
Hello, hello. Then you also have Ralph Magbuboy. Hi, Ralph. Then you have Shama Grace Patilo.
Hello,
Denise,
sir. Good
hello, good
afternoon.
afternoon. Denisa is no longer with us. What happened? Okay, anyways. Okay, Denisa, there you go. Say hi. I think she's having trouble. Okay, let's now proceed to our presentation for this. So, by the way, I'm also praying that you are in good hands, you are safe, because technically on Monday we'll have our class. So, um, how should I say this? So I'm so prepared for a class. I just had my hair cut, even though we cannot see each other. Okay, so I'll present now. This is actually the second time that we're going to be discussing. Who wants to join? Doesn't share. Okay. Okay, so we're discussing about matters of your study. So later on, I'll give the floor to you after my session. We'll have a Q&A or open forum. Okay, so I hope that everyone will participate because I think there are a lot of questions that are being posted in our Facebook groups, and I wanted to answer that verbally so that it will be clear to you. So it's very hard to explain it through chatting. Okay, let me start my presentation. Okay, can you see my presentation? Just hit the thumbs up in the on your screen if you can see my presentation. Can you see it? Okay, very good. Okay, let's begin. So this is now the modified hybrid and home study, getting ready for the new normal classrooms. As you all know, um, on Monday, September 7, we'll be having our first class for the school year 2020-2021. So, excited naman. Check na ako. So, if you're so excited, then I'm also excited because number one, kita na tamo in full blown. Okay, although we cannot see each other as a classroom, that's the time that we finalize or we formalize our class, not just in my class, but also with your general education classes. So welcome first year learners. So again, our department, our program is called Information Technology Education, and your course is Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. So you are enrolled now in Davao Central College. So welcome to Davao Central College. So here are the things that we need to talk about this afternoon. First is about the rules in the new normal classroom. Second is the modified hybrid class. Third is the home study class. Fourth, schedules. Then fifth, helpful tips. And lastly is our open forum. So let's begin with rules in the new normal class. So first thing that you have to do is to update yourself from time to time. So that's why ginawa natin yung groups natin na DCC BSIT 2020 at you are now part of the list of friends sa Camsen de la Cruz na official Facebook account ng ITE program because as your program head and also your teachers, your subject teachers or faculty of the ITE program will be posting a lot of announcements, whether it's academic related or extracurricular or co-curricular activities. So on. So that's why every now and then you have to make it sure that you are logged into Facebook. At least in a day, um, since your classes will begin from 8 at 7:30 will end until 2 o'clock, I guess. So you have to be updated during those times. Now, second is conserve your resources. Yung ibig sabihin nito, resources is not just about your energy as students, but you also have to conserve your data, mobile data for those na mag-online class. So, bawal nyo na mag-online games or mobile games from Mondays to Fridays. And then for those na home study, conserve your money para sa pamasahe from your home going to school and go from school going back to your home. Because there will be a time that you in a week that you'll be getting your modules or your learning material, instruction materials from here dito sa school. Third, this is so important, follow instructions. That is why as you can observe doon sa groups natin, I'm very fond of posting instructions. So just follow it and you'll not get into trouble. Lastly is focus on your goal. Bakit ba tayo nag-enroll ngayong school year sa college? You have your own reasons. So keep those reasons and then make a goal para matapos natin ang BSIT program together until 4th year. Okay? Not just this school year. So let me explain about the modified hybrid class. So again, this is for high-level technology students. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Dapat meron kang desktop or laptop, then meron kang tablet or smartphone na pwedeng makakonect sa internet. Whether you're using a DSL connection or you're using a prepaid na internet connection. So, ang approach na gagawin ng teacher is online learning or blended learning technology. Of course, because since you can access the internet and you have the gadgets, then you can have or you can attend online classes. The second is if you belong to the medium level technology, meaning meron kang smartphone, pero posible na meron kang tablet, or posible na meron kang laptop, or posible na meron kang desktop na makakakonect sa internet kahit slow. Ibig sabihin, meron pero mahina. Pero may times na pwede siyang ma-access. So, the approach would be macro and micro learning approach. So, mix of online and offline activities. So, if you belong to the high level technology and or low level technology, then you belong to the modified hybrid class or you can attend a modified hybrid class. So technically, these are the requirements, okay? But later on, paano ba kung meron akong gadget or I belong to the high level technology and also to the medium level technology, can I still choose the home study? Tingnan natin mamaya. So this is now how the modified hybrid class in flexible learning goes. So as you can see, merong interaction talaga between the student or the learner and the instructional coach, that's your teacher. So it's easier to reach out to your teacher if you do have inquiries or if you want to consult something regarding your activity. So mas madali because you're online. So during the class, the teacher will log in to the Facebook account as well as the students or the learners. So that is our learning elements, learning management system, the Facebook. We'll be using also the Facebook units that's inside or that belongs inside a Facebook group. So, teacher every Monday and Tuesday is magkakandak ng klase. You can interact with the teacher during those times. And then, every Wednesdays and Thursdays, for those na modular or home study, you, you can still do your work. But for online or modified hybrid, that's a time that you'll be getting feedback from your instructional coach. And Friday is a submission of your requirement. So private messaging will only be used for personal or confidential matters. So kung na-observe ninyo, I do not actually answer or reply to your questions when you do private messaging. Especially if your questions is about what is posted in our groups. So if you'll be asking for, um, say for example, kailan yung ID nakuha, or anong ID number ko, or something like that, and those things are not actually personal or confidential, you must post it in our Facebook groups. Personal or confidential. Personal is what if nagkasakit ka or you'll be absent, you cannot attend the synchronous class, or you have an issue, a family problem, personal problem that you cannot share it to your classmates, then you can actually chat or do private messaging. If there are matters that should be discussed between you and me in private, it's not academic related or it's not actually a general information, then let's do private messaging. Okay, that should be clear. Home study class. So home study class is actually a self-paced learning. So according to the definition, para may gustong sumalit. Alright. According to the definition, it's a student-centered learning approach provides students with tools and assets. So, ang tools doon is yung instructional materials ninyo, yung printed na materials. And assets they need in order to learn at their own pace and make choices about sequence and focus of their learning. So, ang ibig sabihin is that you'll be given your own time and pace. Kumbaga, it's between you and your tools. That's your instructional materials, the printed materials. Instead of talking to your instructor or your coaches in your classmates. So you cannot have interaction, live interaction, either through voice or through text with your instructional coaches and your classmates kapag home study, because it's a self-paced learning. So self-paced learning is good for those students na marunong mag-set ng time, or should I say, time management. At marunong din siya maghanap ng resources on his or her own. So, yun. You don't have to wake up early in the morning if your class is 7:30. It's okay. As long as you already have your printed materials, when you're ready to do research, then go. You can have a self-paced learning. So, I'll explain to you about synchronous versus asynchronous kasi for flexible learning, this is how it goes. So, pag sinabi mo synchronous, it's instructor facilitated. So, just like we're doing right now, this is a synchronous session. So we are online and talking here, you're listening there. Later on, you'll be given a chance to talk, and I'll also answer your inquiries. We'll have a conversation. Asynchronous naman is self-directed or self-paced. If you're at home, you can actually read your instructional materials and then research. By the way, I have to clarify this. Both the modified hybrid and the home study are required to do research because in flexible learning, everything is research oriented. So it doesn't mean na kapag ang estudyante is nag-online, it's easier for them to learn. Actually, depende. Kasi even though you're an online student, you're nasa modified hybrid, and if you don't have the capacity to conduct research, whether you don't know how to research or to do research or hindi mo alam saan ba mag-research, then it's not going to be a successful um, choice. Pag ikaw naman nag-modular or home study, ay marunong ka maghanap ng resources, that is your advantage because you are free to explore. So, i-clarify ko lang yun ha. Ang advantage lang ng online or ng modified hybrid is that whenever they have any questions patungkol sa kanilang task or sa lesson, they can easily reach out to their instructional coaches. Unlike kay home study na student, it's between him and the instruction materials plus his or her research ability. Ganun. Second comparison requires all participants to be virtually present at the same time during synchronous. Because since we only have once a week for every subject to have a synchronous class, so it's a must that you attend so that you will know or you can update yourself. For asynchronous does not require all participants to be virtually present at the same time. Meaning to say, since you are offline, it's okay if you're not around during the synchronous because you have limitations with your resources. So that will be explained on the next slide. Then synchronous is scheduled in time online tests, virtual classrooms, web conferencing, and interactive shared whiteboards. That means that we cannot have synchronous class at any time. So, hindi pwede na si teacher bigla-bigla na lang magkakandak ng synchronous class without posting a schedule. So, as you can see in our Facebook unit, I already posted the schedule of our first classroom or online classroom um, discussion. That's on September 7, 8:30 I guess. 8:30. So, ganun. Unlike sa asynchronous, it uses white message boards, discussion groups, and self-paced online courses. So, in DCC, uh, home study classes are for those na walang gadget, walang connectivity. Si asynchronous naman dito is, what if natapos na yung, for example, like now, we are only 10 and I expect 29. So, wala pa yung 9. So, what will happen? Yung iba na hindi nakasali ngayon, since this is a pre-record or recorded na session, this will be posted in our groups. The synchronous part is the recorded video, but that's the asynchronous. The synchronous part is on the message or the comment section or section rather. So once you post your comment, I can answer it. So if it's real time giving exchanging of thoughts on the comment section, that's already synchronous. But the video, since it's recorded, that's already an asynchronous video. Okay? Ganun lang kasimple. Pag synchronous live, pag asynchronous recorded. So, ito na yung sinasabi ko. If you think that you belong to this low-level technology, which is for the home study class, that means that you have no cell phone or smartphone, you have no tablet, you don't have computer, either a laptop or a desktop, you have poor or no internet connectivity. So that means that you need to undergo self-instructional or self-paced learning using self-instructional modules, and you will be doing mostly offline activities. So ganun. So if in case that you do have the gadgets, you do have internet connection, but you chose to do the home study, automatically teachers will put you or include you, or should I say tag you as a low-level technology student. So you'll be following the protocol for home study class. So you cannot have the interaction as the modified hybrid or online students will be doing. Okay, so that should be clear. So this is now how the home study goes. So every Tuesday and Wednesday, it depends on what will be your schedule. So you only have one schedule in getting your module and submitting also your worksheet. So that means that in a week, from Mondays to Fridays, you only be going to school once just to get or submit your worksheet and also get your module. So again, these are the restrictions in home study. So you cannot text your instructional coach or your teacher unless it's an emergency. You cannot uh, join group chat because we don't have any group chat, and I will also not allow group chatting. So everything should be in the groups. You cannot do video call or call, and then you cannot exchange emails with your instruction coaches. In other words, you cannot participate in or submit your output through cloud storage. Okay, so in other words, online students must submit their output through Google Drive or through Dropbox. So that's how it goes. So you cannot send it through um, email or group chat. So we will have a clear or a recommended way or recommended tool wherein you can submit your outputs. So that's for the online class. But for um, for home study, you'll be given worksheets, printed material po yun, Doon nyo po ilalagay ang answers. So let's say for example, programming. So what's the difference between programming ng home study at saka ng modified hybrid? So pag online class, pag modified hybrid, yung output nyo is either is-screenshot nyo at isa-submit sa Google Drive or you save the file kasi meron niyang file for your program, then isubmit siya to Google Drive and the teacher will check it. For home study, yung program niyo, it's either isa-submit siya using flash drive or the teacher will be asking you to write the program in the worksheet. Ganon. So, home study is all about time management. Same sa ng self-paced learning. So, time management. So, kung dati, you have a lot of time in non-academic tasks. This time, since you chose to go back to school, so you have to put priority on your study. So, saka na yung later na yung extracurricular or yung pang relax. Kasi we already went through quarantine since March. So I think that's enough time for you to relax. This time we'll do some work, okay? And then self-paced learning is not self-taught. So I just need to clarify this. Ang self-taught kasi is that ikaw lang mismo ay naghahanap ng paraan para matuto. Compared sa self-paced learning, binibigyan ka ng tools as your guide to look for answers and explore more on the subject matter. Magkaiba yun sa self-taught. Okay? Sa self-taught naman, hindi chine-check ng instructional coaches ang output mo. Kasi ikaw lang yun. Sa self-paced learning, there will come a time that the teacher and instructional coach will collect your output, then give feedback, and then rate it para malaman kung may natutunan ka ba or tama ba ang iyong natutunan sa iyong pag-aaral via self-paced learning. Okay? Schedules. Okay. For every Monday, we'll have synchronous or asynchronous classes this is for the modified hybrid, while for the home study, you'll finalize the requirements that will be submitted on Tuesday or Wednesday, while the online class or the modified hybrid classes will have their synchronous and asynchronous class or asynchronous classes on Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday naman for online classes until Thursday is making of the performance task. Same with Thursday as well as for the home study. And then Friday is the submission of the requirements for modified hybrid, while the home study are still making their task since it will be submitted either on Tuesday or Wednesday pa naman. So bakit naman, sir? Ang aga naman ng submission for online class. Remember that every Wednesday and Thursday, or even Monday, Tuesday, after classes, in between classes, you can actually ask your instructional coaches to check your partial output. So pagdating ng Friday, okay na ang output niyo. Kumbaga, isa-submit nyo na lang. So, Thursday might be polishing, while yung home study class, since meron pa naman silang Tuesday until Tuesday or Wednesday na submission, you can still use their Saturday, Sunday in making the task. Remember, walang mayayari consultation pag home study. The consultation will be on the next Tuesday or next Wednesday kasi pagtanggap niyo ng worksheet niyo, si teacher or si instructional coach maglalagay siya ng comments. Paano i-improve, anong gagawin, bakit ganito yung score niyo. So uh, comments ang matatanggap mo doon sa worksheet. That's the only time na magbibigay ng feedback si teacher. And you should keep, all of you, either you're the modified hybrid or especially for the home study, always keep those feedback or your worksheet kasi magagamit nyo yan until the end of the course or subject. Okay? So here are now your schedules. For first year students, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, actually that's only be on Monday lang. Monday lang synchronous or asynchronous. Your GE Sci 1A or Understanding the Self will start from 7:30 to 8:30. So wala pa yung teacher. Pag white, wala pa yung teacher. Then, CC 101 or Introduction to Computing will start at 8:30 up to 10 since it's a major subject supposed to be business laboratory. Okay, so that's CC 101 and your teacher is me. So pag violet, ako yan. Then, break kayo 10 to 10:30. That's 30 minutes break. Then, GEE side. Then, that's 10:30 to 11:30. Then, break kayo ng 11:30 to 12:30. Then, you go back to class 12 to 1. That's for GM1. Tapos, Saturday, you have your NSTP or CWTS. That's 1 to 4. Pag TPH naman, you have your PE, Physical Education, 1. 7:30 to 9 was yung programming class nyo from 9 to 11 with Ma'am Eden Butchong at CC 101. It's fundamentals of programming, yes. Then, 12, so break kayo from 11 to 12:30. Actually, it's 11 to 12 lang. It's 12:30. 11 to 12 break. Balik kayo 12 to 1. That's right. English 1. That's purposive communication. So, yun yung schedule. So, when will you know about your teacher or your teachers for this unassigned subjects? Yung white pa. Later, maybe this week, I'll be posting links for groups, Facebook groups for every Gen Ed subject. So the SELA department will be making one Facebook group for GE Sci 1A, one for GE Sci, one for GE Math, one for PEduc 1 or PE1, and one for GEN1. And also one Facebook group for CWTS. Okay, remember that you only need to choose one modality. So if ever the teacher already chose modified hybrid or online, all of your subjects will be modified hybrid. You cannot actually have modified hybrid in a combination of the home study. So if you're home studying in one subject, everything follows. Helpful tips. We're almost done. Avoid procrastination. So please lang, I'm asking everyone to cooperate because it's not easy that we're just seeing ourselves online. Unlike before, that even though you see your teacher in the classroom, but you still procrastinate. But this time, I am begging you to please be diligent, strive harder, be resourceful. Um, I know that not all of you have the luxury of having a strong internet connection, but again, you cannot only get answers from the internet. By asking someone that's that already have the skill or knowledgeable about the subject matter, that's also part of your job as a student or learner. Again, do not rely 100% to the internet. Look for other ways on how you can actually get answers or be enlightened with the subject matter. Manage your time efficiently. So, you already have your schedules. Make sure that you're aware of those schedules. Now it's your time to um, make everything under your control. Because if you're going to mess up with your schedule, everything, because you're not going to have just one subject, right? So marami pa kayong subjects, and each subject will be asking for a performance task or requirements. So marami-rami kayong gagawin sa bahay. So, yun lang. Be grateful. This is the most important uh, tip that I could actually give you. Remember that not all students enrolled this school year. Maybe some of your classmates were so afraid to enroll because of the pandemic. Some don't have the resources to enroll, but wala silang pera. And some are not just interested to go back to school, but you decided to go back to school, so be grateful and seize the moment. And because I am here and also the rest of the instructional coaches to help you out to finish BSIT in 4 years. Okay, so let's now move on to open forum. Okay, can someone ask questions from the group? Marami-rami akong questions na nakita doon sa chat, sa CanSim at sa doon sa. So, can everyone please unmute your mic? Okay, everyone please unmute and then let's start asking questions. Who wants to go first?
Pag-enroll.
Hi, I'm so sorry.
Benefit.
Sige, na-checkan. Nawala ko. Sorry. Sa to question?
Sir, nakamute ka.
Ay, sorry. Sorry. Buwang na. Sorry kayo. Imbis na mute ako na pindot ang end call. I'm so sorry. What's the question again? Sikat na to. Isa na pinag-chat. Wala na. Natin nag-chat. Isa to. Nawala ko na rin.
Sir, nakayo
Ah,
pangutan.
sige siya.
Kanang about sa ID gani, sir.
Mm.
Wala magud ko nakatag og picture atong pag-enrollment.
Mm-mm.
Tapos ang taon ako na, sir.
Ah, sige. Kana no, kay controversial ka ng ID no. Sige. Actually, sa ID, siguro later maghimo ta og kanang kuan, kanang Google Drive. So I think you can access it because you already have your Gmail. Maghatag lang ko og kanang kuan siguro kanang link kung asa niyo ibutang inyong picture. Then kana siya ihatag na ko na siya sa MIS. So regarding your ID, anyways, ma-release man gyapon na siya because that will be the requirement whenever you get kung mag-modular ha. So kung matong sa eskwelahan, dapat mag-present mo ID. But for the meantime, since wala pa mo ID sa katong module, kung ka na may mag-home study, nakadawat ba mo og kanang kuan kaning printed copy sa inyong schedule
Yes, sir.
o kato lang siya i-present for the meantime. Anyways, naman to siya ID number ninyo and your name. So that is your student copy. Photo session. But definitely, mag-release yun ng ID. Actually, karon gani diri sa gym, wala nag-ID na po ang MIS. But don't worry ha, kay mag-announce na ka na announce na regarding. Another question. Comment. How about Kiko? Isa ba diri ang I wanted to hear from those na nagpili og home study. Do you have any question regarding the home study class or modality? Why do you, kumbaga, anong gipili ninyo mag-home study? Kay Jet Arnado. So, klaro na ba itong inyong how home study will work? Anyone from the home study group?
Deadline na tong kuan sir. Pwede pa magbalin sa online.
Pwede pa man. Sige.
Mag-online na lang guro ko sir.
O nga naman, ay question na ako, ano magbalin makag-online? Basig kuan sa mo ha, dili convenient ang online.
Naman may wifi sir pero nya akong pagtuo ba nga kanang gusto ko kuan gani sir kanang sig kanang madugay kog mata ba nya. Ginan po ko sa akong mama nga mag-online daw may nya. Mag-online na lang ko sir.
Sige. So, kana no, laruan na ko na ha. Puntahin no kay Jeff. Madugay siya mata. So, okay lang gyapon na. Advantage na siya sa karon panahon sa flexible learning. Tungod kay, unlike before, di ba, pag sa eskwelahan ka, madugay kag mata, good luck sa mga. Hindi siya maka-attend sa klase. But this time, pag dugay ka nakamata, hindi wala ka kaabot sa katong synchronous class or katong online, katong live na class, pwede pa ka makahabol kay i-record na sa teacher. Then, after pag-record, i-post niya na sa groups. So, katong comments, kung napansin ninyo, actually, ginasanay na tamo sa tuwang groups. Napansin ninyo nga, every time na ako i-post, gusto yun na ako, dito yun mo mangutana kung asa dapit ang post. Kasi, for example, katong sa poll, ang mga pangutana sa poll is about sa modality. So, dito ko nagatubag. Katong sa TES, katong sa scholarship, kung dito po ang inyong pangutana, dapat dito po na mag-post. Dito po ko matubag. So, yung ana ang mahitabo sa atong klase. So, masipa og atong klase is up to sa ito 11 o'clock. 8:30 to 11. So, kunwari, nahuman atong klase, nakapost ako video. So, yan na may pangutana, pahabol. Basi para ani, nag-discuss ta, hindi naman nalimtan o pangutana, nag-end na itong video, ihabol niyo siya dito sa comment section. Then, the teacher will still be answering your questions. Nga na siya. Ang advantage lang po sa modular or sa kanyang home study is that wala kay atimanon nga, wala kay kanang timanan nga klase or class schedule. Okay, it's up to you kung wari. Mahuman mo in 2 to 3 days imuhang task, why not? Humana ka. Unlike si online class, magsunod yung ka dyan, kailangan dyan kong makuan, at least man lang. Kailangan kong attend o ka na synchronous every Monday or Tuesday kay lahat na dyan yung maka-appeal ko sa discussion ba kay mas ganado kong eskwela. Ano ganyan. So, kana lang. So, ako lang i-emphasize ha, whether online ka o modified hybrid or modular, pareho lang na inyuhang matunan. Ang difference ng Jude is that mas interactive si modified hybrid since naaman ang internet. So, magkita ay ta. Samantalang si home study, magkita ay ta every Tuesday or Wednesday. And then, ang entire or complete na feedback sa inyong output is naa dito nakabutang sa inyong worksheet. But, kung unsay requirement ni online, same na gyapon requirement na siya kay modified hybrid, kay home study. Hindi pwede nga lahi-lahi. Gumayon ka, for example, sa akong subject in subject, introduction to computing. So, kung niingon ko nga mag-interview mo, so that means to say na si modified hybrid o si home study mag-interview po. So, tanan mag-interview. Sige. And next, hi Bern. So, wait lang si Bern, no? Naki-question, Bern?
Ay, wala man, sir.
Wala. Unsa ganyung gipili, Bern, nga modality?
Unsa, sir?
Unsa imong gipili nga modality? Modified hybrid or modular for home study?
Modular, sir.
Modular. Si, ano mag-modular man ka? Unsa man imong reason?
Wala man, sir.
Wala kay reason?
Modified na lang, sir.
Pwede ba? Pwede. Kaya namatala na kong reason. Di kay basi na kay reason nga nagkuhan ka, nag home study. Hinay ba imong internet sa balay or sa ba?
Ay, wala po kayo kuan, sir.
Hmm?
Kung tungong gamit, sir, dili paano kani.
Di laptop.
Dili pa laptop, sir.
Sige, sige. Klaro na ko na ha. Sa karon, dili gyud necessary nga natay laptop. Muna nga,
Sige, sir.
oo. Muna nga sa inyo ha mga phone, dapat namoy at least Google Drive. Muna kung isa sa major requirement. Google Drive. Nga naman, si Google Drive man good, pwede ka dira, nadiray ka na application nga wala siya og Microsoft Word. So, kunwari, kailangan nyo mo gamit og Microsoft Word, so pwede nyo siya i-type sa Google Drive, then automatic submit na siya sa teacher. Kaya wala na po siya dire Excel, so Google spreadsheet. So kana ingana siya. So di necessarily pa nga na kay intern ay ka ng laptop. Even sa programming ninyo sa time of Eden Botchon, sa inyong first programming class, dili pa siya mag-require dayon na ay laptop because sa tinuod lang pwede ka mag-program gamit lang ang papel for first year students. Kung nag-eskwela ko college sa University of Southeastern Philippines, wala na yung gipagamit ng computer sa mga teacher. You know why? Kay mas tagaan ng importance sa mga teacher na dapat kasabot sa concept sa programming before mi mag-computer. Kay kana mag-computer ka, gamit ang computer for programming, dali na lang kayo na siya kung kabalo ka sa imong buhaton. Kay ang programming is math. So pag math, di ba katong elementary ta, high school, nag-math ta, wala man ta nagamit og computer. We use pen and paper. So same sa programming, if you know the concept, then it's easier for you to use the IDE. So anyways, magsugod naman tag klase sa Monday. So, may encounter ninyo si programming. Sa Tuesday mo tayo programming. But in my class, ako yung teacher sa CC101. So, we'll be talking about BSIT. So, i-introduce na ako sa inyo ha. Saan yung si BSIT? Ano di ay nag-eskwela ko BSIT. So, kana lang sa. And then, we move forward until such time na masabta na ninyo anong naamo dali sa DCC, anong nag-eskwela mo BSIT. And unsa di ka importante ang IT karon nga panahon. Ingana siya. Sige. Anyone? Si Paz. Kung may questions sila. Sige, Jerwin. Si question. Si Jerwin. Wak man.
Sir,
Oh, yes.
naku may nabasa sir ba?
Unsa man?
Kani kung ano sir, ang modular og online class kay lahi og bayad.
Oo, tinood na siya. So,
Ang lahi.
anong lahi?
Oo.
Kay si kuan magud si modular man good bayaran nimo tong printed material. So unlike kay online, ang ihatag ng sinyuha is PDF copy or soft copy sa katong printed material. So kumbaga kung gusto niyo magpa-print, kamo na magpa-print. Unlike kay modular, ang eskwelahan ang mag-print sa inyong materials. That's why you have to pay for it. Pero you will still receive the same copy katong na-receive sa modular kasi lang si online soft copy na kasi kay si online dito po siya mo answer naman ni answer sheet dito siya mo answer dito katong sa answer sheet na naa sa learn instructional material nga madawat po same nga madawat ni modular student. Si modular student lang handwritten din na iyahan. Kaya dito siya mismo musulat gamit ang iyahang pen dito sa activity sheet. Samantalang si online, dito siya mo diretso answer sa worksheet, soft copy na iyahang madawat. So, that means nga, ito nga soft copy, ihatag to siya via Google Drive. So, munang giningon ako sa inyo at least man lang, you install Google Drive or you need to have Google Drive in your phone. Kung phone mo that's okay, dahil na siya. Gaan na ng Google Drive. Sige. So that's a valid question.
Salamat, sir.
Sige pa man. Sige. While you're still thinking of a question, maghatag ko o assignment. Assignment din.
Assignment na dayan, sir. Wala pa kay klase.
Uy, tingnan ako ka-excited. Tingnan ako ka-excited. Kay gusto na ko pa. Ganiha, always think of of the reasons and why you decided to enroll this school year. Nga dapat inyong panindigan karon. If you're thinking of giving up, always think about this. No, this is not the assignment. O, diba? Na the assignment? Ready kay ko, oy. So, first, list 10 reasons on why you enroll in the Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. So, yung 10 kabukrason, lista lang. Dili kailangan ibutang sa Microsoft Word. Just put it in piece of paper.
Picture on, sir.
Pwede. List.
Asa mo na-send, sir?
Wait. List.
Sige, sir.
Excited. Next. List 5 reasons on why you enrolled in Davao Central College. Kana siya, dali na siya. Muna ni siya yun ang challenge. Ask 1 DCC BSIT alumni to assess the items in your list. In other words, mangita mo alumni dito sa tuang Kemson de la Cruz na account. Isa lang dili pwede nga magdoble. Kung ano ba yung kubok, 29 na ba mo? Daghan na ba kung more than 29 na ba akong alumni? So, mangita mo, magkipag-ila-ila mo o ni-graduate sa Bachelor of Science in Information Technology sa Davao Central College. Tapos, i-share nimo ang inyuhang listahan. So, mga imong feedback sa ilaha regarding your 10 reasons on why you enroll in the Bachelor of Science in Information Technology o 5 reasons nga nag-enroll mo sa Davao Central College. Got it?
Sir David, dili pansinon ang pangutana or dili may pansinon para mo silang
Uy, in fairness ako ang mga estudyante kaya din sa snob. Just introduce yourself well, properly. And then makaila-ila mo nga. Ako dahil si kaning-anin, kanang first year student ko. Tapos kailangan ko yung tabang kay si Sir Diego na ngayon ay ka nagkuhan namin assignment. Kasabot na sila. Actually. So,
Kasi.
So, kana siya. Nga sa ipabot ka maani. Gusto na ako na makabalo mo na daghang tao ang pwede nga matabang sa inyo ha. Di lang kami nga teacher, but daghan sa ato ang department ang pwedeng makatabang sa inyo ha kung naamoy confusion on how to do things. So, muna kong ginasuti nga, be resourceful. So, kana ato ang kana inyo ha, kana mga ate kuya ninyo, kana nauna sa inyo ha, kana ni graduate, kana sila willing na sa mutabang. Basta ask lang jud properly. Then magpaila-ila lang jud. Okay? So, kana exciting na siya. So, Monday, di pa ako magsaba ha, kung saan ako niikuan, kung saan ako ni-check. Pero, dapat maging ready mo kay anytime sa tuang discussion, magtawag ko og pangalan, then mag-share siya regarding ani sa assignment. So kung magsaba ko, kung saan ako siya silbi. But be ready. So we need to start listing. Dali na maglista no, kanang 10 o 5. I think ang pinaka-challenging diri is kanang ikatulo, mag-ask sa BSIT alumni. Okay?
Sir.
Oo, sa may.
Sir, nalibog ko sa number 3, sir. Unsay pangutana lang sa ako na, sir, kung sa nahuman na ng BSIT?
Kani imo gilista, kani naput, no, nakin napulo nga lason, nga nag-enroll ka sa BSIT. Yan na po kayo na 5 ka lason, nga nag-enroll ka sa Central College. Mangutana ka karon sa alumni kung unsay habang masulte sa imong listahan. Pwede siya mingon nga, nindot imong kuan, pero kailangan ni ano. So in other words, pwede ka mga advice kung kana.
Okay.
Mm,
Akin na, sir.
mm,
Salamat,
kana.
sir. Salamat.
Sige. So kana lang, wala sort of acquaintance party na lang po ni. Hindi na dito acquaintance party, pero sige na lang, this is going to be our acquaintance party, virtual. So you get to know the other people in our anyways, ang kasagaran sa ang mga members lang jud or friends lang jud sa Camson de la Cruz nga account is either ni alumni or ni graduate sa BSIT DCC, currently enrolled sa DCC, o mga estudyante nga once naging estudyante sa IT program sa Davao Central College. So, nana sila. So, mas dali na lang na sa pangitangkis na sila makawanan. Okay? So, I do hope no nagkasinagtanay na ta. Stop sharing na ko. And again, once again, I'm so excited Jude para sa Monday. Kay that is the first day sa atong klase and we should start right to end also. And I do hope nga sa inyong batch, kung dili man tanan, at least 99% makum laude. Kaya ba?
Sure.
All.
Lagi, sige lang. Basta lang jud maminaw lang mo sa mga. Okay? Kanang pagiging cum laude, kanang pagkaroon ng honors, dali na jud kayo na siya. Basta lang committed lang mo sa inyong matot. Okay? Nga naman tanan. So, ano siya. So, ay daghan pa tagsulyahan. So, kung napansin ninyo, tabian ko sa puan. So, but na lang, good luck sa tuwa sa itong klase ko. Yung klase ba dito ka? Sikat
Ay,
ko.
sir, napakoy pangutana.
Sige, go ahead.
Kanang, for example, sir, pala atong ingon kagay na kung dili ka maka-appeal sa synchronous sir class. Kanang dili ka ma-count as absent. Kanang dili ka maka-appeal bitaw.
Good point. Actually, wala di attendance sa labo. Dili di siya yung naka ng stricto attendance. Pero, ang kay wala magud sa part kung napansin niyo dito sa grading system, kung na-review, ako ay kuan ha, akong ipakita sa grading system ha, para clear sa tanan. Wait lang, open ako. Okay. I think nindot na siya nga point no kay na kita na basi mahadlok ba hala wala basig mo po yung fear nga wala ko ka-attend pila na kaadlaw. Nya kasi ma-absenan ko niya, bagsak ko. Actually, no. Wala sa grading system ang attendance. Ang teacher, mag-attendance siya para lang kumbaga ma-monitor niya kinsa bang estudyante na nag-appeal. Kay there are times na ang estudyante di na nagapakita jud. As in, example, wala pa siya sa synchronous, wala po siya nagaparamdam po sa asynchronous. O katong mag-comment gani sa comment section. Kanang pag-comment mo sa comment section sa inyong klase, that is still considered as synchronous. So, at least man lang, kung dili ka ka-attend sa live na video conference, dito ka mo bawi sa imuhang participation sa discussion through the comment section. Ayan. Sige. Hindi ko na po si grading system. Kani, nakita na? Sige. Sa grading system, nalantay 40% examination, performance task na 40%, that is unit requirements and terminal requirements. You have other requirements na 20%, which is activities and assessment. Kaning 20% dire, actually, dili ni siya attendance, but kunwari, di mo siya kunwari, pero dapat nagasubmit mo og inyong output for activity and for the assessment. So that is for 20%. Katong laman or katong content sa inyong submit, diri siya gaduhan sa 40%. So, dili na mo dapat na yun mag-submit lang, but you have to submit kanang acceptable na output. So, sa natanaw ninyo, wala diri attendance. Okay? For as long as nag-submit mo sa inyong requirements, makapasar jud mo. Now, what if na may teacher sa other na subjects na ginagtagag value ang attendance? Now, some teachers gamiton nilang attendance para pangdagdag sa inyong points. But actually, wala gina siya dili na wala siya labot sa inyong grading system. Kay flexible magud ta, so muna nakagwapo sa flexible learning kay kung dili man ka kanang makaabot ani makauntop ani nga schedule, then you still have other times to cope up. Okay? Sige. So, may questions?
Sir,
Hmm.
kanang pag mag-exam na sir, saan man sir?
Mag-exam. Okay. So, mag-exam ta is pag prelim, pre-midterm, ang examination is performance task. Dili siya written. Unlike before na multiple choice na exam. Sa midterm, so sa ika-third na exam, dili pa magpa-written. Ang written exam, kung online class ka, is through Google Classroom. So, dito, mag-login mo sa Google Classroom and then answer mo dito ka ng mga sa question and then submit. Now, kung si Juan po ang kay home study, tagaan siya karon og worksheet. It's a comprehensive exam. It's a different type of exam, pero based yapon siya sa inyong katong lesson for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks. Then submit siya using the worksheet. So, yan ang exams ka. But do not expect na every time yung exam is multiple choice. So, mostly, teachers will give you comprehensive exam. Mean to say, review siya or kanang coverage niya is from week 1, 2, and 3. Kung nabod yun mo nasabtan dito sa 2 ka weeks. Yan na siya. So, mas karon no ka na Abi ninyo, i-clarify na ako niha, sa flexible learning, dili na mo gina-emphasize na mag-memorize mo. Please avoid memorizing. Kay dapat mas tagaan yung importansya kung saan yung inyo pag-comprehend, pagsabot sa mga topics. You can actually use your own words or your own expression para makita na to kung yung inyo pagwan. It's up to the teacher on how to guide you. That's why karon ang tawag sa teacher is instructional coaches, because instead of ingon mo nga mali mo or tama, ang inyong ginabuhat is natagaan mo o ka ng direction para mas ma-improve. Kaya kabalo man ni nga, na-adyo mo idea. And isa pa dyan, it's very important this time sa flexible learning na dapat yun kung namin opportunity just like this, pohon sa itong klase, is to speak out. We have to participate. Kaya sayang kaayo. Nagpa-load ka tapos wala ka nag-participate. Ano ko? So, ganyan na. So, kanang mag-conversation with ka. And then, pag nako'y hatag na lecture, actually, kung 20 minutes na lecture, sige na mo ka ng kuan. Kadaghanay mo ka ng question. The more questions you give me, the better. Mas ganahan ko na. Okay. That means to say, kung namay, ayaw mo kakuan ha, kung namay question, ang meaning anak ng good, naminaw mo sa lecture. Nalam mo gusto i-clarify. Or base jud, namoy napansin na medyo dili siya kana appropriate and then gusto niyo siya i-clarify sa kuha. Okay, always think that I'm not right all the time. This, kinabay ko yung mga moments ba yan nga ginatuyo na ako, nga mali akong ginahatag. Nga kamo kay accept na ko, accept. So, kung i-accept mo, that means to say, wala sa nag-pay. So, kanya, so bantayan nyo na sa kuha. So, sir, mali lagi itong kuha, no? Sige, mali ito. So, ay mo kahadlok to correct me because sometimes po, if not all the time, I'm not correct. And nobody's perfect. Ha? So, kana lang. And let's do our class as relaxed as possible. So, it's just like a normal conversation. Sige. Amen. Ano pa ba tayo questions yan? Testingan na ako yung mga wondering ba? So,
Sir, na pa ko ipangutan.
sige.
Kanang like for example sir, kanang nag-lecture ka tapos pagkahuman kay for example mag-quiz kumbaga sir ba. Dayon saan man na namo sir kung mag-answer na. Through unsa?
Very good. Nice question. Okay. Now, kung mga quizzes, I would just like to pana wala sa kuha ha kay cannot speak on behalf sa mga teacher. Pero technically, ngayon siya may tabo. Na ako'y quiz or assess for activity. Ang ipa-answer na ko na siya dito sa tong groups sa comment. As an example, man ako na, okay, give your feedback or what can you say about the scenario of the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic in terms of tapos dito mag-answer sa comment section. That will be your quiz. So, mas madali ka rin i-check kung kinsa ang nanundog o answer. So, don't get me wrong. Pwede man good na pareho mo og answer pero different inyong pagka-compose, pagka-deliver. That's correct. And of course, no, kami kag pandemic na pareho din mo dig na feel kay alam ko syama ikuan na mo answer lahi kay si claim kay pareho mo answer. No, it's up to your delivery. So nga na karon so mga atong quizzes wala po siya conversation. Parang ikaw po, makabalo po ka, same din may na-feel di ay ni Mary Grace. Wala na ko na, ano kay Danisa nga kanang kuan experience, wala na ko na experience. Pwede din na siya di ay. So in that case, makabalo kasi mo classmates nga na-feel. So nga na karon ang flexible learning. So it's just like the normal Facebook na i-post na memes, tapos kanan nag-comment. Kasi lang in this scenario, we are commenting academic ang approach. You must be no. Okay, dagantag, you will not just learn from me, but you also learn from your classmates. So we learn from each other. Even me, mas maka-learn ko kay daghan kay basahon. So ana. So comment.
Sir.
Ano pa ba? Mugawas ng naikuan, raise your hand dira sa inyong screen.
Ano sir?
Raise your hand kana wala icon gani nga na ay kuan may bata nga nag-raise hand or wala.
Wala.
Ay wala.
Sir, ay.
Wala sis. Wala sir. So what if para kay James si James siguro na something wrong sa audio ni James. Yan, nag-Google Meet ka. So, dili ka, yan, nabuang. Uy, James, ay kaulaw, James. Uy, papasagaan na to si James, James. So, yes, sa James, uy, di pwede maulaw, uy, abinog na yung problema sa audio. Ay, kaulaw na nung sana. Hindi kita, wala kita nagkita physically. So, ingana ha, kunwari lang, siya type. Sige, if ever lang na-Google Meet may session sa itong Google Meet na imong audio is dili anak ka maayo pero maka-chat ka, so you can participate sa chat. So mabasa mo gyapon na ako na diri. So kung na kay question, sama ko sa chat, so ako siya ihata ako answer lang, ingana lang basta nalay conversation. That's no problem. Okay. So again make friends with your classmates. Okay? Dapat kung 29 mo kabuok na nag-enroll, 29 mo dapat mo graduate June. Because this flexible learning is really the easiest way to learn in college. Trust me. Mas prefer na ko ni kaysa sa classroom na setup. Because maybe, pag mahuman ni kaning pandemic, this will be the new normal. This is not the normal. Di ta permanente makita sa classroom, but we'll have our synchronous classes, and then twice or once a week lang ta makita sa classroom. Then most of the time is you're out there researching, and then you come back for comments or feedback. Yan na. Kaya mag-unsa ta sa classroom, magsigila tag tinutupay. Diba? May na give yourself your own time to manage your task. Sige. Ano pa ba questions? Or kung wala na, or kung napahabol ng questions, just leave the comment later after I post this video. Okay? Sige.
Sir,
Okay. Bye everyone.
sir.
Okay. Amping mo ha. See you on Monday.